Saturday, May 23rd. I'm going to read you the last two paragraphs of a book I've been reading. It's by Cecilia Ahern. It's not a Christian book, and it was written long before anybody knew anything about coronavirus, but I was struck by these last two paragraphs. It's all about a man who is very successful, and he wants to be more successful, and he spends his time running from one meeting to another, and even while he's in a meeting, he's planning the next one, and he's juggling family and work, and then he discovers how to clone himself. Now there's a gift we might all have thought about. I won't reveal any more, but needless to say, it doesn't altogether end well. But these are those last two paragraphs. One thing of great importance can affect a small number of people. Equally so, a thing of little importance can affect a multitude. Either way, a happening, big or small, can affect an entire string of people. Occurrences can join us all together. You see, we're all made up of the same stuff. When something happens, it triggers something inside us that connects us to a situation, connects us to other people, lighting us up, linking us like little lights on a Christmas tree, twisted and turned, but still connected on a wire. Some go out, others flicker, others burn strong and bright, yet we're all on the same line. I said at the beginning of this story that this was about a person who finds out who they are, about a person who is unravelled and their core is revealed to all that count, and that all that count are revealed to them. I was talking about us all. A lesson finds the common denominator and links us all together like a chain. At the end of that chain dangles a clock, and on the face of the clock, the passing of time is registered. We hear it, the hushed tick-tock sound that breaks any silence, and we see it, but often we don't feel it. Each second makes its mark on every single person's life, comes and then goes, quietly disappearing without fanfare, evaporating into air like steam from a piping hot Christmas pudding. Enough time leaves us warm. When our time is gone, it too leaves us cold. Time is more precious than gold, more precious than diamonds, more precious than oil or any valuable treasures. It is time that we do not have enough of. It is time that causes the war within our hearts, and so we must spend it wisely. Time cannot be packaged and ribboned and left under trees for Christmas morning. Time can't be given, but it can be shared. We're all sharing this strange time. And I have spent many a thought for the day speaking about how we use our time during lockdown. Taking time to be with God. Time, in some ways, has been a silver lining for some in this lockdown for coronavirus. My garden has flourished, and walls have been built and plants have been planted and herb gardens appeared, things that I had planned to do and never got round to. I'm sure there's been houses painted, but there's been bigger lessons learned. I've learnt that it is just possible that David and I will survive retirement. We've talked more. We've been comfortable and not rushing around to meetings. We've even enrolled on a Care for the Family marriage course. during Corona lockdown. Who knows what valuable lessons we may have been given, what a gift we may have been given. Of course, we know that there are many who have suffered. But I want to think about the vital importance of this time and how we've spent it and how we're listening to God, not just for in the moment, not just for now, not just for ourselves, but because I believe the lessons that we are hopefully learning about what is valuable and what isn't, about what people are valuable, about priorities, are going to be just as vital when lockdown is over. You see, as things are eased, some of us will walk back into jobs that we've always had and we may barely notice. But there will be many, many who don't have jobs to go back to. Our high streets may look very different. The Corona update today said something about the government having borrowed more last month than they had done all last year. Somebody will pay for that. There will be consequences. And my thought for today is this: will we take the lessons, the priorities, the words from God, the thoughts about the economy, the thoughts about the environment, will we take all those lessons and make use of them once this is over? More importantly, will we stay as connected to God, stay as connected to each other? Will we value each other, protect each other, care for each other when all the consequences of this unravel over the next few months and years? I'm going to go back to Proverbs. Listen to this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. My thought for today is this: which path will you take out of lockdown? Will you rush straight headlong into your old life, old journeys, old routines, old diaries? Or will you take the new path that God is setting for you, for me, for the country, for the church? Will you have spent enough time with God to recognize the right path when you leave lockdown? Will this world be a better place this time next year because we've all been paying attention? I wonder. See you tomorrow.